have like 5 different aprons you can choose from.
I was born in 1994 and grew up in Napa, California, pretty much my entire life until the end of high school. And the first time I remember being recognized for a piece of artwork was in 3rd grade when my teacher assigned us all to draw a picture of a tree. And I drew a willow tree, and at the end of the assignment, my teacher held up my personal drawing in front of the class and said, "Everyone, this is what your trees should look like." And that's probably not something you're supposed to tell children when they're that young, that their drawings pretty much suck. But I took a lot from that. I'm Claire Harden, and you're watching State of the Arts on KBVR-TV. When I first entered Oregon State University, I was originally a biology major. I was very strict and stubborn in the idea that I did not want to do art in college. Everyone would ask, "Hey, are you gonna continue it in college?" Because I was known for being someone that was self-taught as an artist in high school. And so when I came to college, I was very stubborn into I didn't want to do art, and I just kept it as a hobby. It was only a hobby. And then after taking my first year of college, chemistry and math were definitely not my thing. And so I was very quick to decide that biology was not the path that I was supposed to go on. And then after that, I switched to psychology. And then I don't really have a memory for remembering terms or anything of that sort. And I really realized that I was a person that did things with my hands. And so when I tried painting, or when I switched to the arts, my parents were very supportive. My dad had always been someone who made things with his hands and was a crafter in his own form. And my mom had always supported me as being an artist. And my sister, of course, she has been the most supportive in all of my endeavors as an artist. Since I started being in the art program at Oregon State University, my mentor has really been Julie Green. She has introduced me to the most important subject to me, the nude female figure, and it was in her figure classes that I really kind of developed a love for the human figure. And that continued when I got to study abroad in Florence, Italy for 4 months in the fall of 2014, which was an amazing experience. I got to study printmaking, photography, drawing, painting, and just being in a place where I could actually see the artworks that I was studying in art history was such an amazing experience. So the painting above me, The Music in Her Soul, was a piece that I worked on over this past summer, and it was on my easel for about 4 weeks. And it was just something that I would continuously come back to, usually after work when I'm letting off steam. I would use a palette knife, get some paint, and just drag it across the canvas. And it was something that I would turn upside down, it moved around, and it changed so much since I first started. And originally, it was a self-portrait. So the third boob that you see underneath, that is the original sketch of myself underneath. And the way I was posed didn't quite work for how I was seeing the composition. And I was talking to a good friend about it, and she sent me a photo of her in the position that I was wanting for my painting. And I was so thrilled that I was able to use her photo, and so that's actually what ended up on the painting. And it has become one of my most proud paintings, just in the way that it has changed so much and I never had an idea for it ahead of time. My sketchbook is something that I constantly come back to. It is a source of inspiration in a way, because it contains anything from preliminary sketches to quotes to doodles to other people's artworks that I found inspirational, recipes. It's just everything. It's something that I can keep everything in one place. So painting is a meditative and reflective process for me, at least when I'm painting alone. When I have live models, it's a completely different experience. Some people will get way too comfortable with you, or they're really fidgety. Either way, it's a completely different experience with each person. And I think that's what makes it interesting, because you're trying to immortalize their image in a painting, and the way it turns out is either not how they want it to be, or it surprises them in some way, but you really realize you have to be focusing on your own work and not what the model is going to think of your work. So this painting, titled The Hot Springs, depicts women swimming in a hot spring from partially to completely nude. Their bras are hung all over the trees, and it's painted from a woman's perspective, commenting on the social norm that it is inappropriate for women to expose their breasts, even in something as harmless as swimming. So a painting that I've been working on recently was inspired by the Free the Nipple movement, and a lot of buzz around social media, like videos and such, of women that are criticized for breastfeeding in public. And so a lot of my work doesn't have to do with conceptual-based substance, but this is kind of my first time really tapping into an issue that, you know, for me is personal, because I am a woman myself, and often at times I don't wear a bra, or I want to swim without a top on, and it's the social norm that it's unacceptable. So this work will be among other works showing the same general theme, and will be shown in my solo exhibition in West Gallery in Fairbanks Hall, April 3rd through 9th. Also, you can check out my website at claireharden.com.